So what are they looking for? So they are looking for details, right? They are looking for evidence and insight. They want specifics and that you tell them rather than show them, which is a big difference from the Common App essay, which is a personal narrative, the benefits from more literary creative writing techniques, right? And Tyler's going to talk a little bit about that. But they want to understand how what you have chosen to do has been relevant and important to you. How have the things that you've chosen corresponded to what is meaningful in your life, right? And if the activities list presents the what of what you've done, the personal insight questions help make the connection of the why you've chosen to do those things and the how you've done them, right? They also want 4 different lenses for who a student is. No student is just one thing, right? So, I think we often hear questions like, if I'm going to be a computer science major, should all of my answers be about CS? Because then they know I'm really, really serious about CS. And the answer is no. They want to understand the 350-degree person as much as is possible, right, in writing and 4 answers. So you have 4 different opportunities, essentially pieces of real estate to use to share pieces of who you are as a student. What do the UCs not care about as much? Well, they don't care about personal narrative, right? The narrative technique of setting a scene, which we often hear about in terms of, the essay writing and putting the reader in that moment with you, that is wasted space, according to admissions officers from the UCs.
So in the attention getters with the Common App, it's much more about the creative writing. We are looking for the ability to, you're basically showing off your creative writing skills and your ability to kind of play with words. So this is where you really want to, if you love messing with words or you love kind of exploring interesting words, this is where you really want to show that off. And then again, it's about creating scenes and telling stories that encapsulate, right? And so when you say encapsulate someone, it's not always about directly telling them straightforward information. It's sometimes you are creating a feeling, right? Or you are creating some, as Julie, she created a nice image of going, the beach on the, with our grandpa as a child, right? So that is about creating a moment and kind of bringing the reader into the beach and into that moment. And what were you doing and why was that so, meaningful for you at that time? That's really kind of what the goal when we were working with the personal statement in some sections, definitely. And then when we're looking at UC attention getters, I guess what I would call it from my experience of creative copywriting, it's definitely more of a targeted kind of, hey, I want to make text that has a main point. And I also want to make sure that it has a little bit of what we said, style and personality, right? So we are diving the reader into the main point, but we're not doing it in a way that's just like, I have not thought about it at all. You're thinking about, okay, how can I dive the reader in a creative way? And also setting yourself up with a good framework.